Oh, guys, I was writing you an email and then decided that this is way too complex for me to cover in a written email. I don't know which came first. I don't like writing, and therefore I'm not very good at it, or I'm not very good at it because I don't like it. In either regard, it's way too complex for me to cover everything I want to cover in a written form. So I'm providing you a video, and I think it'll allow you to follow along the instructions a little more clearly. So you'll get an email, and in there will be a link right here. So click on it. It will take you to this website. So this is the backbones, and I'll walk you through. So the first thing, if you try to click on anything, like what's new, or anything else, it will take you to the login page because it's going to require a login. And so we need to discuss that, whether or not we want that, have people sign up for it or not. But anyway, so you'll click here, register for a new account, make up a name, whatever you, David or Martin, or I'll do a test. Put a password in, put it in again, put your real name, fill out the data, preferred language, and down here it'll say, I give my consent for this site to store personal information, which is the reason I want everyone to sign in, because we've got the Y STR data, among other things, on here. So I think this is a good idea. So click that, submit. If you want to save it, you can. I won't. Okay, and then you'll get a thank you. You have received your registration. We will contact you when your account is active. All right. So I'm going to stop recording here and go activate your account and send it back to you. Okay, so then you'll get an email that says new TGN register requested. You have received your login to, all right, and so you'll click on that. And when you do, it will take you to this page, and then you log in. In this case, it's what we say it was, test, T-E-S-T, and T-E-S-T. Stay logged in, doesn't matter. Log in, and it will bring you to this page, because I gave you contributor status. Had I not given you contributor status, it would have taken you to the home page. That would have looked like this. Okay. So in your case, hit this button right down here. It says public home. And again, the only reason you're seeing this is I gave you both contributor status, so you can go in and change and add. You can add people, change people, put cemeteries in, make changes to it. The normal person would not get that privilege, and they would show up here like this. And then I don't think we have to sign in again, but let's check. So this is the page. I'll populate this from probably the same words that David used over on the EFA website about the Y DNA project. So up here, when I'm finished, we'll have all of the groups, at least the lettered groups. I don't know what I'll do on the stars. I think stars, I'll make one starred, and it will take you to all of the stars regardless of the group. And then at that point, you'll see each of the groups, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. All right, so most of these menu items have been populated. I have not populated 1C, D, E, or F. I just put them up there as placeholders, but I have populated group 1 and group 1A and 1B. But before we do that, let's start off with the genealogy piece. And so the surnames. And make sure every time that you go to a page that it has a option for tree, make sure that you use the test tree. I deliberately did that so I can delete all of the data that I'm using as test data. So the file that I uploaded for the genealogy piece, I got out of the Dropbox 2008 file, I think. So it's probably not updated. I don't even know if it's been checked. So as we go through here, this is not a review of the data. The data probably is not accurate, and that's not your assignment. Assignment is the architecture feeling correct? Am I heading down a right road, the correct road? So normal stuff, and so this is only populated with Ewing data. The file in Dropbox, I think, was called Y Project Ewing GEDCOM or something or another. I don't remember what it was called. So this is what it'll look like. What's new? There's nothing there. But well, there is something in here because I populated the entire thing today. And so what's new, you would see that in this tree, I've added group 1 relationship diagrams, group B relationship diagrams, group 1 STRs, all of these individuals, and it would go on and on. But that would not, you would normally use that. Most wanted, again, I hate keep making you go back to the test tree, but this is designed to put in, we're looking for data, we're looking for test people, descendants of Henry Ewing, born 1000 BC, please contact blah, 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 or anything else that we would be looking for. It's designed for most wanted. Places, who cares? It's there, and again, this is from that same file. I don't know if it's valid or not. Dates, anniversary, calendars, reports, statistics. I won't go through them all. You can play with them. Again, make sure that you're using the test tree pull down. And so there are 3,500 individuals, little more males than females because it's Y project, obviously. Total living is 12%, deceased is 87%. So you can read the statistics. Let me go back to home. So normal stuff, documents. I was going to use and I still may. Don't get hung up on documents yet. What I did is created STRs and relation diagrams as a separate menu item. And so if you hit the relationship diagram again, make sure you use the test tree. And so there are two. I've uploaded 2 of the groups. We'll click on one and see what happens. So it downloads down here. You can see it downloading to my computer. My security software scanning it, making sure that it's not corrupt, and then it pops it open in the PDF file on my desktop, and it's got all of the hot links that are at the Dropbox. So this is where I'm getting the data from Dropbox. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. So that, and then the B does exactly the same thing. And that's what the group 1 here would take you to. Would take you to the tree. Group 1A is John, and so then you have the view of descendants. This is where you would do, and you would go compact. You can see it on the screen easily. 3 generations, 4 generations, however many you want. I'll go ahead and go up to 5. Using compact, you can see most of them on the screen. So you get a sense for it. So this is the first level, his sons and daughters. And then second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. So you get the, and then you can do relationships, timelines, the individual, family, etc., etc. You can play around with the tree stuff. And so group B, you could go there, and it would be, oops. Okay, so I have a problem there. I'll populate group B before you guys get it, but it'll work the same way as this does. It will take, group 1B will take you to James of Inch, and you'll be able to look at his family tree, etc. So you can go back home, you can go anywhere you want. So let's go to STRs. All right, again, the STRs are to the test tree. I only uploaded 1 set. Again, this is out of the Dropbox XLS file. It will want to download using an XPS file, which is a Microsoft. So David, if you will, tell me what happens with Apple product. I don't know if this works with Apple product, and if not, then I'll do it as a PDF file. But anyway, it downloads, and then my security software says, okay, yeah, it's okay stuff. I'll let you look at it. And it downloads. In this case, since it downloaded to a specific, I got to click on it to open it. It's now on in my computer. And so here it is. And you can magnify it, full screen it, whatever. Anyway, again, this is a Microsoft product. I think it is compatible with Apple, but if not, then I'll change that to a PDF file. That's a little more efficient for us folks who have real computers. So those are 2 media I haven't really populated. DNA test. Okay, so here's another one. DNA test. Again, you got to get to the test tree. Everything associated with this website is assigned to a tree. My thought is only having a single tree. I think that's the best architecture, but I'll get a little smarter than that. So the only thing I've loaded is someone that's still living, and so you don't see his name. You may recognize this haplogroup. So I have autosomal. I didn't populate any of the fields, but I did populate his 37. And if you see his haplogroup RMO 8081, he's living. I'm surprised you guys don't get to see that, because I made you. Actually, I made me, but it was as if you were doing it. I thought a contributor would be able to see the living person's name, but apparently not. So I need to kick that up a level for you guys. So anyway, you can click on that. The person is taken. The test group that he belongs to is Group 1B, James of Inch. His most distant known ancestor is John II Ewing, born in Campbell, Kentucky, and died in Xenia, Greene County, Ohio. That's obviously not your most distant, but I populated it that way. Your marker values, 13, here they are. As a quick reference, it's there. Obviously, David and I would use our XLS file. Here's your haplogroup, the most significant SNP, your terminal SNP, that would be your novel SNP. You can go click on the tree, it'll take you to the tree. We won't show you any of the, it will show the father, because the father has passed, so it's Stanley James and Patricia Rice. So I think you're getting the feel for this. Different screens, different things to look, and much of it's not been populated, but I think you can get the notion. Notes, again, the notes are associated with a tree. You have the ability to search. Here are some notes out of that same file. I don't know if they're valid notes or invalid notes, or I don't even know. I just uploaded them for dumb data. And obviously you can search for someone. So back at the home page, let's see if we can, what happens if we search for David Neal, since you're living. Ewing, search. All branches. Well, let's go do the tree, test tree. So now we've got, you can look at each branch. I've only populated 2 of them, the John of Garnet and James of Inch. Do a search. You can do it for everything or all branches or just that branch. It's not showing it to me because you're alive. And what you can do, which is, this is pretty cool, advanced search. I want everybody that belongs to James of Inch. So here's all of the folks that are in the tree that are descendants of or spouses of descendants of James of Inch. So we're getting a 2-4 here. We're starting to tie DNA data to genealogy data at one site, which I think is pretty exciting. Again, that is here. So you got STR. So if you're here and you wanted to see the STRs for John, so you could actually do that. It's not downloaded, but actually just review it online. I haven't decided that yet. Actually, I didn't think about it at all. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'll probably just do it where it pops up on this. It's live on the web as opposed to downloaded. All right, so I hope you get the feel for it. Picture or anything that's not tree related is considered media. Okay, so the STR data that we looked at, the relationship diagrams, those are the 2 main things. I don't think we need the lineage charts, although if we want to, we can. What was in that file? I'm looking at data, and I've told it not to look at data, just how the data is arranged and laid out. So somehow I need to populate kit number. I think you got the feel for it. Play around with it. Let me know what you think. Have a good day, and I will talk to you later.